There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
Your way is way lamer than mine. Overall, it went better than it could have gone, but it also went way worse than it could have gone, at least, especially from the start. So I don't have a bunch of video from when we first set out because I thought it was actually going to go a little bit quicker, and I had the camera set up in a very optimistic perspective, and it missed out on a lot of kind of
the action,
calamity, and a lot of haphazardness and lack of planning.
Yeah.
was missed.
Oh no. What happened? Hi. Oh no, I want you this.
Chad, you might be scaring them. I don't know.
Let's scare them this way though.
Here, you know my drill.
Can we hold that?
No, I can. I had one going. Where'd he go? Is it the same one?
This one.
I feel like one thing, like he knows I have it. Come on. Hey. Of course, how do we?
Yeah, get the other two.
I think you got it when you get them in there. You just gotta keep giving them things and
Yeah.
start to go.
All right.
You want to get?
It's gonna be a dirty job.
Yeah, we got to get them out of the woods though, Chad.
Yeah, why don't you go over there with that then?
Well, I tried, but then they ran away.
Who knows? And they just bring I can just do a spinner, and then instead of walking to that, I walk over here.
But when we regrouped, we were able to go back and kind of formulated a couple of different strategies, and the final strategy we went with ended up working. We had to reorganize all the panels in their pen to kind of funnel them towards the trailer. Once we got them out of their penned-in area into the lane going up to the trailer, it was just really hard to get them to go into the trailer. There was a pretty strong stalemate for a minute there where we had 4 pigs in a very confined space.
Looking at you.
Looking at me, who was holding a piece of plywood. And they were, I think they were sizing me up. I think they were like, you know, I think we could push through this guy.
He's tall, but
yeah, he's pretty tall, but he's got real skinny legs, so we could probably take him out. But I just saw at the last minute, one of the pigs went in and they all kind of followed in behind it. So we're definitely gonna do some things differently next time, like kind of warming them up to the area we need them to walk through to get to the trailer. We need to get them used to going on that path, and like feeding them over there, maybe even feeding them in the trailer for a couple of days before that, if possible. Once we got them loaded, we just ran with it. We drove 30 minutes. It was hotter than I would have liked, and that little trailer was pretty stuffy. There's only a couple of vents in there, and the sun was beating down on it pretty hard. So when we got there, the pigs were pretty hot. Oh, they're laying down. Good pigs, good pigs.
Hi, girls.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. There we go.
Oh, hold on.
Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Stay.
Get it.
Come on. There you go.
Go.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just walk over.
There.
Come on, Pickens. All right.
Now your turn.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Oh,
Get it.
good girl.
Let's go.
Oh, what a good girl. We did it. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's interesting.
All right, close that up there. You know, some water, some coaxing, and we got them.
Yeah, none of them were like heat stroke or anything like that, but they were panting. They were uncomfortable, I think.
Yeah, and the place we went to, they appear to have a good setup. We like the vibe. We actually got to tour their whole facility, where they do everything, which was really nice to know how they do it.
And just to see a nice, big, well lit, very clean.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, like they kept everything was nice and cool. You know, just
and their time to when they first kill the animal to when it's basically, you know, dressed and hanging is very quick. So it seems like they have it down to a very refined process.
Yep.
I was a little bit sad about it yesterday, thinking about it, and you know, we've only had these pigs for a couple of months. We haven't raised them from little ones yet, so we didn't have quite as much time to get attached to them. Also, Ryan spent more time with them day to day, so you know, we didn't see them as much as he did. But still, the idea is a little bit hard, a little bit heavy. Or we want to do it because we believe in it. We believe that if you are going to eat meat, and we do believe in eating meat, we prefer to eat meat for various reasons. I love to barbecue, first of all. That's the main reason, but also protein. But also we like the prospect of farming. We just think that it's part of who we are.
Yeah.
So we have to come to grips with it. We've done some variations of it in the past. We had meat birds. What else? We had meat chickens. We had meat chickens, and we had turkeys for meat. We had a couple of ducks that we slaughtered as well. And it's hard. We did those ourselves, and the act of doing it is tough on us because we weren't so sure about how to do it correctly. And with a big animal like a pig, we're not ready for that. It's doable, but it's not something we want to do, especially if we have to do more than one. If this was just us doing one for ourselves, we might be a little bit more about it. But a lot of this meat's going to friends and family, and just doing that much is not really on the cards for us right now. So, but the weight of it's there. We just have to turn our attention to the little piggies now. They're our main focus. We have to definitely reorganize the pen because we made a mess of it today. The hot wire is everywhere. The panels are everywhere.
We'll have to show.
The little pigs are confined still in a pretty small space. So now we need to reorganize, reset it, get the little pigs training on the hot wire so we can get them out into bigger, wide open spaces sooner, and let them live their happy little life.
Yep.
So the whole process starts over again.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Karen?
I mean, I think it went okay. It could have gone better today, right? But
If we had done it as good as we possibly could have,
You'd
it would
still
have
have a
only
bumpy
saved.
pilot,
It would have only saved like a 5 minutes of stress for them. So I don't think any of our haphazardness today was felt by the pigs in a real negative way.
yeah, sure. On us, it was though.
Well, on us for sure. I mean, halfway through our attempt, the pigs were just all sleeping in the middle of the pen. So, I mean,
weren't stressed at all.
maybe we tired them out a little bit, but they weren't stressed. They were sleeping.
That's a good point. They didn't
We were
care.
stressed. We were way more stressed, but they were just sleeping. So,
They just hung out for a minute.
Yeah.
True. That's a good point. I will say, going into this, you know, I have had my head wrapped around this for a very long time. We raise animals for meat. We eat them. In order to eat animals for meat, an animal has to die. You know, I understand that, and I can conceptually get around it. The way I kind of view it as why I think it's nice that we raise them is that we can give them life, and then they can give us life in return with their meat, and that's kind of like how I've always thought about it. And so going into this, I wasn't really bothered by it. Like a lot of people ask us,
yeah.
like,
How are you gonna do it?
How are
Yeah.
you gonna do it? Isn't that hard? And I don't feel like it's hard. That said, getting them there, once we got through the stress of getting them there and they were all set and we were like leaving the farm, leaving the place.
Processor.
I did go over, like, just to say them one last time and say goodbye, and I did get a little bit sad, but not in a way of like, oh my god, I can't do this and this is wrong, but just like, oh, this is real, this is a life.
And it also helped that when we got them there, I didn't know how it was going to work, but they actually are going to keep them overnight and slaughter them in the morning, and that made me feel a little bit better about it, because when we got them there, they seemed
they just
comfortable.
relaxed.
They were
Yep.
just laying down, kind of sleeping in the shade on a nice cool concrete pad with some hay and some water. So
They were comfortable.
they're going to get to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a new setting, so there's a little bit of stress,
but they didn't seem like stressed.
no, they
about
weren't.
the new place.
They weren't bent out of shape about being somewhere new. At least they didn't seem to be.
They were just probably happy to get out of the trailer.
They were just happy to be out of the moving trailer, I think. I was kind of the opposite. I felt a little bit more bad about it and sad yesterday thinking about it, the idea of having to go through it all, but I feel more relieved and okay and just kind of at peace with it now, because we did what we needed to do. We worked really hard for those pigs for the 2 months that we had them to get everything set up for them in the first place.
to make sure they were safe and they had lots of fresh food.
Yeah, fresh food, fresh water,
Yeah.
it contained, like, we did everything we needed to do to
Comfortable.
give them the life that we would hope that, that kind of animal should be able to enjoy. And there was no doubt, without question, these pigs are living their best life.
they were happy
They were happy pigs. They were just, frolicking half the time, right? I like the way you put it. We work really hard for them, and in the end, they're going to work hard for us.
Yeah.
But also, we get to kind of bring them with us. Like, obviously, we're going to eat them, but we're also going to bring their memories with us. This was the first time we did this. I'm never going to forget any of this,
Yeah.
and so that's really cool. I mean, we got half of it on video, which helps, but I just think that the experience of doing it and the impact that it has, the real impact that it has is now for the next 6 months, every pound of pork we don't buy in the grocery store doesn't come from a factory farm.
Yeah.
It came from the life we gave it here on our little piece of land, and we feel a lot better about that. And that's just us doing our part, or at least feeling like we're doing our part. So, yeah, I'm happy we did it, and I'm very happy we're going to continue to do it with these little pigs, and I want to keep doing it. So
I think so too.
yeah. All right. Cheers.
Support. Bye, guys.